Planet from planet5D.com with yet another sort of unboxing at the beginning of a product review. This is the Roscoe Litepad Loop, which looks pretty big if you ask me, and of course you're going to say, well, what is it? Let's just quickly pop open the lid and see if you can guess what it is. What is it? He asked the crowd. What kind of light? A circle light, also known as it's another word for circle.
Ring.
Ring light, very good. It's a ring light system from Roscoe. So we're going to be taking this and the Roscoe attachment and the different colored filters and the power pack and all this other stuff, and we're gonna quickly put it together and put it on my camera, and we'll give it a quick overview and test. Oh, and it comes with one of these doofloppers, and it comes with instructions. So it comes with, besides the attachment thing that we're gonna work on, it comes with power, so you do have to plug into the wall and work from there, or it comes with a battery pack. Oh, it says 8 AA batteries required. They didn't send me anything. So 8 AA batteries go in there. I hope I have that many. Long rails, and this is a dimmer switch, so you can turn the brightness up and down. So there is metal in here, and the plate right here is magnetic, which kind of surprised me because when I put it on there, it snapped right into place. So that's really nice feature that you don't have to sit here and screw it in. Although you will want to make sure that it's firmly attached so that while you're shooting it doesn't go all flunky and fall off. So we're still diving into learning how this works, but I do know that this is the Litepad Loop filter pack because it says so right there on the back. Each one of these comes, it has a gel, like this one is sort of pinkish. And so the question is, how do you put that on? Well, very simply, this inner ring is also magnetic, which I really like, so it just snaps right into place. You don't have to screw anything in. And you put it right there. And then, so you take this and you just snap it right into place. Also interesting with the power cord, they ship it with several different attachments for the different country kind of plugs. Our very first power on, and bang! There you go. That's bright. See? A ring light is very good for up and close. Let's say you're taking pictures of cameras and you are going to put the lens right in there and you want very even light instead of having to maneuver lights around. They're very good for macro work, up close and personal work. They're also good for modeling, like this. Isn't this the way it works? No, it goes like this. So if you want nice, even light very close to the model's face, which is what we're going to be practicing today. Right, so this is a quick test with one of the filters. Don't I look much? I'm glowing, right? Glowing. Off, on, off, on. I just finished saying that we were going to have to probably use the longer rods. And guess what? Silly me. The rod that they have on here actually slides a little bit. It looks like that if I put this on, it will be probably close enough for what I'm going to do with the Nikon that I won't get shadows from the lens, so I won't need the additional things, I don't think. Discovered a couple of things while we've been putting together. Number one, it comes with an extra extension cord. I tried plugging it in over against the wall and it wasn't long enough to reach here, and bingo bango, there's a longer extension cord in the package. So that's awesome. While we were working on getting everything set up, I decided to set up the battery pack, which takes 8 AA batteries. And trying to figure out how to put the battery pack on, I thought, well, it'll just simply attach right here on the bottom, right? Well, it doesn't. What you have to do is you actually have to take off 2 screws that are here, and you have to put this on there in order to attach this to that. Now, Roscoe, whoever you are there at Roscoe, you got a great magnetic system right here. Why didn't you make a simple little magnetic thing that so I could just go bing and it's right there? That would be awesome. As opposed to me having to take the little tiny Allen wrench and take out those 2 screws and put this on the bottom there in order, and then attach the battery thing to that thing. Just seems rather convoluted. I'd like to be able to just bing. Let me do that again. Bing, right on there. Because I think most people, many people are going to want to use that battery. Of course, if you're in a studio and you got power, maybe that's easier to do. But if you're outside and this thing is heavy enough, anyway. So that's my little negative so far, is to make that there. Now this, by the way, is the little safety strap. You clip those 2 things together so that the filter pack, the light won't just pop off. Other than that, we're doing great so far. The battery pack has, I guess, an on-off switch. And when you put the battery pack on their little attachment, it's on the inside, and therefore you have to unplug it in order to get it to work, to turn that switch on and off. Is the light on? It's not very bright out here, but... First impressions are outside. Hand-holding with the battery pack is that it's difficult to find a way to hold it comfortably. You obviously want to support it from the bottom, and then you're constantly trying to sort of hold some of the weight with your shooting hand, your right hand, and that makes it all a little bit difficult. It's doable, but it's not the perfect situation for recording, although you do still have this continuous light source, so you can record video while you're out. Having the up-close light is very handy to be able to get in and shoot in dark places, or like in the crack of that tree or whatever. I've also noticed that maybe it's because I've been holding it improperly, but the threaded screw to hold the camera onto the rail system keeps coming a little loose, and so the camera kind of pivots a little bit, so that it's about as tight as I can get it, and then I'll look a little while later and it'll be loose. Not a big deal, but thought you should know. While this appears very bright inside, and in a studio setting it is very bright, outside it doesn't throw a whole lot of light. And so you do have to get up pretty close to your subjects in order to cast some light on the subject, as they used to say. We're going to jump into some video samples. The thing to realize about this, and these are shot at dusk, so you can see there is a little bit of daylight left. But this is a continual light source. This is not a flash unit that makes a single image. So it's great for movie making, especially when you want to do some close-ups of some particular images or objects, and you have that continual light source available to you. These were shot at night, by the way, obviously, or dusk, and you can see the impact of having the continual light source. There's my kitty. And this last bit is an example of one of the filters where you can see what the color difference is between off and on. It dawned on me after I let the unit go back to the Litepad Loop folks that I hadn't recorded a summary holding the Litepad Loop, which I don't have anymore. Pros and cons. I really love the fact that it's a continual light source, meaning that if you're going to use it to take a video of up-close objects or face, you can actually see the light that is falling on the object. It's really nice to be able to see what you're going to get when you're recording something through the LCD. Negatives are that it's a little bit heavy, and once I finally figured out that you should probably put the battery in your pocket, and if you're going to run that way with the battery, it became a lot lighter. I also, like I said earlier, had trouble with the fastener making that tight enough to stay on, but those are relatively minor. So that's an overall look at the Litepad Loop. It's a rather cool little accessory if you need that diffuse kind of light right on a subject that's fairly close to you with either macro photography or video, or something that's relatively close to the camera. Bloopers. That made me laugh. Oh wait, this is supposed to be fun. Oh boy, that's cheesy. And we're getting cheesy here at planet5D. The Litepad Loop. Aren't I pretty? And it comes with Velcro. Da-da-da! Da-da-da! Good. So,
Speeding.
Speeding! Okay, cut. Cut.
Oh, it's pinky.
The crack of the tree. By the way, I put the camera strap on around my neck so that I could support the weight of the camera as the truck goes by. It's a loud car. Better than my cameraman who's having to hold her arms like this because she's getting tired. As another car goes by. Aren't I pretty?